When should you be ready to deal with an emergency situation? Good morning, my name is Christo from Getting Into Prepping. In this video I quickly want to discuss with you the question, when should you be ready to deal with a situation, emergency situation? The short answer is you have to be ready at any time for a situation. Emergency situations don't give us warning. Emergency situations don't happen when we are ready to deal with it or prepared to deal with it. A situation happens and then you have to deal with it. Let me give you an example. During this week I received a call very early in the morning that one of the sites that I'm managing, there were intruders on site and the intruders were causing havoc. I've immediately proceeded there, and on arrival the first priority at that stage was to make sure that the scene is safe. So what we did is we swept the site to ensure that everybody is safe. And while sweeping, one of the security officers actually said to me that he got hit by a stone. He was injured. At that stage it didn't really appear to be very serious, and we continued with clearing the site. Once I've cleared the site, I then paid attention to him and immediately realized that we've got a problem. This guy was hit by a stone or caused, some injury was caused during the assault where the suspects actually threw stones at the guys. And it ended up being a cut of about, I would say about 8 centimeters on his heel. And I tried to assist him. Immediately I realized that this is now a serious situation. I managed to use my EDC that I had in my pocket. I gave him my triangular bandage to just tie up the wound and to secure it while we actually then got the emergency services out to come and attend to him. Now my point that I want to stress here is that I was not prepared to handle a medical situation. I was prepared mentally to handle a situation, a tactical situation where I had to clear the site, make the site safe, and that would be the end of it. But at the end of the day it turned into a medical emergency as well because of the tactical situation that I had on site. So what I want to stress to you guys is that an emergency situation is not something that's going to give you warning. It's not going to tell you in advance, listen, I'm on my way on such and such date, time, whatever, you're going to have this problem. It just happens, and you have to be ready for that at any time. So you have to be mentally and physically prepared for that. Fortunately, like I say, I did have my EDC with me. In my EDC, my everyday carry, I always have a triangular bandage as well. And we managed to utilize that triangular bandage by just whipping it out and actually assisting the guy. I also had a medical kit in my vehicle, but due to the fact that this guy actually refused first aid, I could not treat him, and I had to just give him the bandage to sort things out. So what I'm trying to say is that you have to be ready at any given time. And in any given situation, that emergency can pitch up. You can get into a situation where you have an emergency. You can get into a medical emergency, tactical emergency, whatever the case might be. So you have to be ready mentally, physically, and spiritually at all times. So it's very important to keep yourself, to never let your guard down, and to make sure that you are ready to deal with anything that comes your way. The only way that you are going to be ready is to be prepared. So it's very important to actually play out role plays or scenarios in your head, and just to prepare yourself and think of what you possibly might need, and to have that available, or at least an alternative to get that sorted out. So with that, I would like to say to you guys to be prepared, to be ready at any time for anything. And by doing that, you need to actually think through what you might encounter and prepare for that. So I would like to encourage you to do that little bit of a what if then scenario. What if this happened, then I'm going to do this. Do that in your head on a daily basis, and keep yourself mentally prepared and sharp as well, so that you can deal with any situation because you've already thought it through. It also just makes it much easier that if you have thought it through, to actually, when it happens, you don't have to start from scratch and in a state of panic do something that you don't need to, or that you're not prepared to do. So with that, guys, keep on prepping, keep yourself aware, keep yourself alert, and make sure that you are mentally, physically and spiritually prepared to deal with the situation at any time, because situations and emergencies happen at any time, at any situation, at any place, and you have to be ready for it. So with that, be safe and keep on prepping.